Okay, so we're going to look at movable bar chord shapes. This is chapter 4, page 24 of Guitar Basics Level 1 Musicians Institute by Bruce Buckingham, I believe. Okay, and so we're going to look at bar chord shapes. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the shapes. So these are movable bar chord shapes, and what we want to do is to do a bar chord. The easiest way to do it is you're going to use this side of your finger, and you're going to keep it on the side of the finger and keep it very close to the fret. So we have this sort of, well, this is hard to do if you have a guitar with high action. This is going to be very tough. So I mean, it does take time. It can't say it can't be done, but if you have electric, it's a bit easier. So we're going to look at 6-string bar chord shapes, and this first finger, I should say, is going to cover all 6 strings. The first bar chord shape we're going to look at is the major. So I'm going to cover all 6 strings with my first finger. My third finger is going to go on the A string, 3rd fret in this case. And then my pinky is going to go on the D string, 3rd fret. And then my second finger is going to go on the G string, right here, on the 2nd fret. And that is a major bar chord shape. And it looks like an E major chord. If I did an E major chord, and I just move it up, and now my first finger is covering the open strings. Now my first finger is the nut. Okay, this is the nut here. Now my first finger is now the nut. Okay. All right. To make the minor bar chord shape, again, your first finger is going to bar across all 6 strings. Your third finger is going to go on the A string, 3rd fret, and then my pinky is going to go on the 3rd fret on the D string. Now my second finger won't be in there, so again we're going to hit all 6 strings. This is a minor bar chord shape. Some people will do this and take that second finger and put it over top to help push down to do that minor. The next one is a dominant 7th bar chord shape. Now it's like our major, except we're going to take our pinky off. Okay, so the easiest way to explain this is if we did our minor, you put your second finger back on the G string 2nd fret. Now lift your pinky off, which was on the 3rd fret on the D string. Now we have a dominant 7th bar chord shape. In this case, it would be an F. This would be an F7. Again, major, bar, all 6. Third finger will go on the 3rd fret on the A string. Pinky will go on the 3rd fret on the D string. Second finger will go on the 2nd fret on the G string. Play a minor of that shape. Take your second finger off, so that means your first finger is barring across all 6 strings. Third finger is on the A string, and pinky is on the D string. That would be a minor. Make a dominant 7th. To put your second finger back on, lift your pinky off. So that means your first finger is barring across. Third finger will be on the A string, 3rd fret, and second finger will be on the G string, 2nd fret. Now we have to also, one thing you want to do is you want to know what the names of the notes on the E string are. And the way they go, and you need to memorize this, wouldn't hurt to write down or buy the book, would go E, F. Now there's no sharps between B and C and E and F, okay? So we don't have, if you see a piano with no black keys in between, that's because E and F and B and C on that piano have no sharps or flats. And the black keys are sharps and flats. The guitar isn't like that, it's not a color-coded instrument, so we have to know this. You need to memorize it. So you're going to go E, F is the 1st fret, F sharp or G flat, you want to learn both. G, G sharp or A flat, A sharp or B flat, B, C, so you can see B and C are together. Then we have C sharp and D flat, D, D sharp and E flat, and E. Now how you can check yourself when you're doing this is from here is an E, and all the way to the 12th fret is an E. Okay, so that's called the octave. Now why it's called the octave is we're looking at E. If I didn't do the sharps and flats, it's 8 notes. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, although we have 12 frets here. That's why it's called the octave. So that's what you need to do. Okay, is memorize that. Now the next one is the 5th string bar chord shapes, and we're going to look at the shapes on this. Now my first finger on the major chord 5th string is I don't have to bar this one. Okay, the bar is going to be here at the 3rd fret, and you want to just cover that 3rd fret on the B, G, and D strings. Okay, this one, high E string and the big thick string is not played. It's called an inside chord because you're just playing the inside strings. And so it sounds like this. if I do this, this becomes a B6. We don't want that. We don't want to play the high E string. So you're just playing the inside chord. So that third finger is barring across D, G, and B. This finger is not barring. Another alternate version of that is second finger on the D string, third fret, third finger on the G string, third fret, and pinky. Some people play it like that. Some people have a hard time with the stretch here, so it's not always a very common one, but you can do it that way. So that's a major bar chord shape. The minor bar chord shape, you're going to have your first finger bar 5 strings. Some people will bar all 6. I prefer to bar 5. Third finger will go on the 3rd fret on the D string. Pinky will go on the 3rd fret on the G string. And then my second finger is going to go right here on the 2nd fret on the B string. And again, now this one I have to bar my first finger, okay? This is based on an A minor shape, okay? All these are based on open chord shapes. Again, my first finger is now becoming the nut. Okay, and then the dominant 7th, first finger will be on the A string. I'm going to bar all 5 strings. Third finger will be on the D string, 3rd fret, and pinky will be on the B string, 3rd fret. Second finger's not in there. Okay, again the major, we have this one. First finger on the 1st fret on the A string, 3rd finger barring across D, G, and B strings. The alternate version is 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers on the D, G, and B strings. The minor chord shape, bar shape, this is on. So I'm going to take bar my first finger across, 1st fret, 3rd finger will be on, first finger will be on the 1st fret, 3rd finger will be on the 3rd fret on the D string, pinky will be on the G string, 3rd fret, and then 2nd finger will be on the B string, 2nd fret. And the dominant 7th bar chord shape, all I have to do is lift my 2nd finger up and move my pinky down. So now my first finger is barring across all 5 strings. My 3rd finger is now on the D string, 3rd fret. My pinky is on the B string, 3rd fret. Like the E string, we also have to know what the notes are on the A string. So it goes A, and you have to memorize these. Then we go A sharp, B flat, B, C, there's no sharps or flats between B and C, so B, C. C sharp, D flat, D, D sharp, E flat, E, F, there's no sharps or flats between E and F, B and C. F sharp, G flat, G, G sharp, A flat, and A. Again, A sharp, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D flat, D, D sharp, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G flat, G, G sharp, A flat, and A. Bar chords do take a while, so don't it takes a while to get a hand on it. Your couple places your hand's going to hurt. Right here, generally you're starting to work up the muscle in this area, and some people will have it right in here or right in here. Don't do it for long periods of time. Do it for a little bit at a time, small time frames, and just get used to be able to play these. You're just trying to get your hand strength up. You kind of have to, and don't force it, and just move your fingers around. A lot of people will go crazy and they'll really push really hard, but you kind of just move your fingers around to try to get it. Okay. All right, and that'll be it.